I'm just telling the truth. And I don't understand what your problem is with me other than the fact that I am under your skin.
Can you believe the scandal that is shaking Hollywood right now? In a twist that sounds too wild to be true, the glittery world of movies is now embroiled in a legal and personal drama that pits some of its biggest names against one another. Today, we dive deep into the alleged legal feud between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, a dispute that has grown even more explosive with new, jaw-dropping claims.
You're a despicable and a massive hypocrite. And so now you're complaining about privacy? Oh, this is such an important private matter. You were on Saturday Night Live letting your husband make a mockery of your whole thing.
Rumors are swirling that America Ferrara, once known for her sparkling public persona, has come forward with an accusation so bold it has left everyone stunned. She claims that she bullied Blake Lively for her weight. Is this the final nail in the coffin for Blake's pristine image, or just another twist in a saga of power, pride, and alleged manipulation? Stick with us as we unmask the drama piece by piece.
At the same time, Blake is starting to get bad press, okay? They take her phone, and this is how, magically, Ryan and Blake end up with these text messages that they later docked.
The story begins with whispers that soon turned into loud, undeniable claims. Reports first emerged that Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, whose names have long been associated with Hollywood charm, were locked in a bitter legal battle. What started as a private dispute over business deals and contracts now appears to have morphed into a full-blown feud. Insiders say that hidden messages, questionable agreements, and a series of leaked voicemails have all contributed to a war of words that shows no signs of cooling off. At the heart of this drama is a clash of egos.
Ryan uses Taylor Swift's strategy of dropping Easter eggs all over social media, all over the Deadpool movie, all over the It Ends With Us credits, all over the Deadpool credits, to take all of these digs at Justin Baldoni. Again, like a pit bull, okay? I'm onto you. I see what's happening. And you're just throwing me in here for trying to make people think that I'm somehow connected to Brian Freeman when I'm not. But it will be in the future, okay? That's my brother from another mother, and you're messing with my cousin, and I'm pregnant.
And principles. Both sides have been careful with their words in public, yet every day brings a fresh rumor that suggests something much darker might be at play behind the glossy smiles. While the legal world watches with bated breath, the streets of Hollywood buzz with speculation, and every new detail only adds fuel to an already raging fire. The air is thick with tension as accusations fly, and the once polished image of these stars now seems to be under relentless attack. But that wasn't the whole story. Digging deeper into the dispute reveals an undercurrent of betrayal and whispered secrets. Allegedly, key pieces of evidence like leaked emails and private voicemails have surfaced, hinting at a series of backdoor deals and manipulative tactics that have been hidden from the public eye. What seemed like a straightforward legal battle is now painted as a tangled web of deceit and betrayal, where trust is a rare commodity. Whispers suggest that both Blake and Justin once shared a mutual respect and camaraderie that has now turned sour. The legal arguments, according to our sources, are just the tip of the iceberg. Behind closed doors, private conversations reveal accusations of broken promises and manipulative behavior. The atmosphere is charged with anger and frustration, and every day, new snippets of confidential messages are said to be leaking out, each one more scandalous than the last. The way these messages hint at betrayal is shocking. There are claims that certain agreements were never meant to be honored, and that both parties were playing a dangerous game of manipulation. The air is thick with suspicion, and many are beginning to wonder if this legal dispute is less about money or contracts, and more about settling deep personal scores. And what happened next would shock everyone. Just when you thought the legal wrangling couldn't get any nastier, an explosive new allegation drops like a bombshell. In a move that has left the entire Hollywood circle gasping, America Ferrara is now at the center of the controversy. In an interview that some say was leaked before it could be officially denied, Ferrara allegedly admitted that she bullied Blake Lively for having extra skin around the waist. Imagine the shock that must have rippled through the industry when this claim surfaced.
This case involves a number of high-profile individuals, including third parties. We intend to seek a protective order. There has been a significant amount of leaking to the media. We want to list all the parties from the beginning.
According to these reports, Ferrara's admission was not a soft confession, but a bold declaration that painted her as a ruthless and callous figure. The claim goes further to say that she used her influence and power to belittle and demean Blake, targeting her body and self-esteem. For a celebrity who has always maintained a strong public image, these accusations are both startling and damaging. The contrast between her public persona and these dark allegations is stark. How could someone so admired for their style and talent engage in such a brutal act? This revelation has added a whole new dimension to the already intense legal battle. While Blake and Justin's dispute was seen by some as a clash over contracts and control, this new twist suggests that personal vendettas and deep-seated resentments have been at play all along. The question now is whether this admission is a desperate attempt by Ferrara to divert attention from her own misdeeds, or a genuine, albeit shocking, confession of a darker truth. And as if that wasn't enough, the timing of the revelation could not have been more dramatic. Just when the legal teams were gearing up for the next round of courtroom drama, this personal bomb has exploded onto the scene, leaving everyone to wonder how much of the public image was built on carefully curated lies. The media is in an uproar, and social platforms are buzzing with opinions, hashtags, and heated debates. Fans, insiders, and industry experts have taken sides, with some defending Blake Lively's dignity while others question the integrity of America Ferrara. The internet is alive with messages of outrage, shock, and disbelief. Every new comment, every shared video clip, and every leaked snippet seems to add a fresh layer to the story. News outlets are scrambling to piece together the evidence. Headlines scream about stunning admissions and Hollywood betrayal, while commentators ask, what is really going on behind the scenes? In what has become a modern-day soap opera, every new detail is treated as breaking news. Social media users are sharing screenshots of supposed leaked voicemails, and every rumor is analyzed, dissected, and debated. The fallout from these revelations is more than just tabloid fodder. It is a full-scale media frenzy that shows no signs of stopping. People are beginning to wonder if there is more truth to these allegations than anyone expected. The tension among fans is palpable, as supporters of Blake demand justice and accountability, while others call for an impartial investigation into what some are calling a smear campaign. The lines between legal dispute and personal vendetta have blurred, leaving the public to wonder whether any of it is based on hard evidence or just another chapter in a never-ending Hollywood drama.
Blake Lively was so awful to me when I've interviewed her that she made me want to reconsider my career.
But the story does not end here. In every great scandal, there is usually one figure who seems to revel in stirring the pot. In this unfolding drama, all signs point to America Ferrara as the mastermind behind a series of manipulative moves designed to weaken Blake Lively's standing. Her alleged admission of bullying isn't an isolated incident, it is being portrayed as part of a broader pattern of behavior that has long been hidden under a facade of charm and success. Critics argue that Ferrara's actions go far beyond a single personal attack. Instead, they suggest that she has been using her position to undermine Blake's confidence, all while building a carefully constructed image of a caring and supportive public figure. But behind closed doors, insiders reveal a more sinister reality. According to several sources, Ferrara's tactics have been both calculated and relentless, using every opportunity to sow doubt and fuel resentment. There is talk of secret meetings, coded messages, and carefully orchestrated public appearances that were meant to distract from the truth. It seems that every time Blake Lively made a public statement, there was a counter move by Ferrara aimed at discrediting her. The alleged bullying incident is just one example of what many now see as a series of manipulative ploys. Every detail that emerges only deepens the sense of betrayal as fans begin to see the gulf between Ferrara's polished public persona and the dark, underhanded tactics she is accused of employing. As evidence continues to mount, the question becomes less about what happened and more about why it happened. Can a person so adept at playing the Hollywood game really be so callous behind the scenes? Or is this all a desperate, overreaching attempt to control the narrative as the legal battle intensifies? The truth, as they say, is often hidden in plain sight. And now, every leaked message and suspicious comment seems to point directly at Ferrara's manipulative behavior. And what came next would leave everyone questioning the very nature of celebrity power. With every new revelation, the tension in this scandal has reached a fever pitch.
I said that having read through Blake Lively's complaint, that it was evident to me that she was likely under the influence when she filed her complaint. Not under the influence of drugs, not under the influence of alcohol, but of the influence of proximity to Taylor Swift.
The alleged evidence, from leaked voicemails to suspicious audio clips, has steadily piled up, painting a picture of an intricate and calculated scheme to bring down one of Hollywood's brightest stars. It is as if each piece of evidence is a carefully placed domino, set to topple the entire house of cards that has been constructed around these public figures. Fans are watching in disbelief as more and more details emerge. Some say that the rising tension is not just about legal battles or personal vendettas. It is a full-blown reckoning. The more the evidence points to a deliberate plan to tarnish Blake Lively's reputation, the more people are convinced that this is a battle of monumental proportions. With every new twist, the stakes seem to get higher, and the pressure on everyone involved intensifies. Every day brings a new shock. Insiders whisper about secret recordings, confidential emails, and conversations that were never meant to be heard by anyone outside the inner circle. The idea that someone as manipulative as Ferrara could use these tactics to control the narrative is a bitter pill to swallow. As the legal teams prepare for what many expect to be a dramatic showdown, the public is left with one burning question: how deep does this rabbit hole go? There is a growing belief that this scandal is not an isolated incident, but rather the result of a long history of carefully planned power plays. Each revelation chips away at the carefully cultivated images of these celebrities, exposing the raw and often ugly truth behind their public masks. The reckoning is near, and it is clear that in Hollywood, every action has consequences. As the dust begins to settle, many wonder if the manipulative tactics that have been so widely reported will finally lead to an inevitable downfall. And as you sit there, asking yourself if justice will prevail, one thing is certain: nothing in this story is as simple as it seems. Even as the legal battle rages on and the public outcry grows louder, many details remain stubbornly hidden in the shadows.
And then after they put my tweet, they write, predictably, the media outlets picked up the same narrative. Okay, yeah, but that's what you did. Like, what am I guilty of here?
Sources close to the matter hint at a web of secrets that goes far beyond the obvious legal disputes and personal insults. There are murmurs of additional players who may have been involved in the alleged manipulations, a network of insiders who might have fed Ferrara the ammunition needed to launch her public attack. Every new whisper adds a layer of mystery to the drama. Some claim that there were private meetings held in luxurious hotel suites, where carefully worded threats and promises of silence were exchanged like currency. Other reports suggest that confidential recordings, meant to be the ultimate evidence against Blake, were mysteriously intercepted before they could be made public. What is clear is that the scandal is far more complex than anyone initially imagined, and while the main focus remains on the bitter dispute and the damaging allegations, the undercurrent of these hidden details only serves to make the whole affair more intriguing. The question now is not only about who said what or who did what, but also about how deep the conspiracy might run. As each new secret is hinted at, viewers are left wondering if we have only seen the tip of the iceberg. The revelation of these undisclosed details might just be the catalyst for an even bigger public reckoning, a final, dramatic unveiling of every hidden truth in this scandal. Can you imagine the shock if even more evidence emerges that ties these threads together? Every uncovered secret, every barely audible whisper of scandal is like a spark that might set the whole system ablaze. And if there's one thing we know about Hollywood, it's that when the secrets come out, nothing is left untouched. As the drama hurtles toward what many are calling an inevitable climax, the stage is set for a final showdown. The manipulations, the alleged bullying, and the barrage of leaked messages are all pointing toward a single conclusion.
I deserve the Taylor Swift text messages. Okay, I've worked incredibly hard for the Taylor Swift text messages. Years, okay? Okay, not years, but like everyone can see that I have made a real effort. And now that you have name-checked me and I'm under your skin, I'm going to be there.
The downfall of those who dared to manipulate public trust. For Blake Lively, a star once celebrated for her grace and talent, the road ahead now seems fraught with both legal hurdles and the burning gaze of public outrage. And for America Ferrara, the accusations of bullying and manipulation may soon turn into the very chains that bind her reputation. In this final chapter, every bombshell piece of evidence, every whispered secret, and every controversial statement converges to create a narrative of betrayal and retribution. The once polished facade of celebrity is cracking under the relentless pressure of truth and accountability. As more evidence surfaces, even the most ardent supporters are forced to confront the reality that no one in Hollywood is above the consequences of their actions. This is the moment when every carefully constructed lie starts to unravel. As the tide of public opinion turns and more details come to light, it becomes increasingly clear that the manipulators' days are numbered. With every new accusation and every piece of leaked evidence, the narrative shifts. What once was seen as an isolated dispute now looks like the climax of a long and bitter power struggle. And in the midst of all this chaos, the public watches with bated breath, waiting to see justice done. Can you imagine the shock as the final pieces of the puzzle fall into place? The anticipation is palpable. And as the truth emerges, one can only wonder if this scandal will redefine the way we see our beloved stars. The manipulator's cunning. Moves may have fooled many, but in the end, truth always finds a way to shine through. And with each passing day, it becomes harder for anyone to deny that a reckoning is coming. A reckoning that will force every player in this drama to face the consequences of their actions. In a whirlwind of legal battles, shocking admissions, and relentless media scrutiny, we have witnessed a scandal that has rocked the very foundations of Hollywood. From the bitter dispute between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, to the jaw-dropping claim by America Ferrara of bullying and manipulation, every twist in this story seems to uncover yet another layer of deceit.
It's like, no, I'm just telling the truth, and I don't understand what your problem is with me other than the fact that I am under your skin.
What started as a disagreement over contracts and control has morphed into a full-scale showdown of egos and hidden truths. As we wrap up this tale of betrayal and scandal, one thing remains clear. The truth, no matter how deeply buried, will always find a way to emerge. The manipulations, the whispered threats, and the calculated moves of those involved serve as a stark reminder that behind the glitz and glamour of Hollywood lies a darker reality. A reality where power, pride, and a desperate need to control the narrative can lead to shocking downfalls. So, as you reflect on this unfolding drama, ask yourself, how much of what we see in the public eye is real, and how much is carefully crafted for our consumption? Is there ever a way to truly separate the polished image from the raw, hidden truths? One thing is certain, this scandal is far from over. The battle lines have been drawn, and as more evidence emerges, it is only a matter of time before the final reckoning arrives. Keep your eyes peeled and your ears open, because in Hollywood, the next bombshell is always just around the corner. And when it drops, you can bet that the fallout will be nothing short of explosive. This is more than just a legal battle or a personal feud. It is a reminder that in the world of fame and fortune, every lie, every deceit, and every act of manipulation carries a heavy price. What do you think lies behind the glimmering veneer of celebrity? Can you imagine a world where every secret is finally exposed, leaving no room for the lies that have long held sway? As we wait for the dust to settle, one thing remains undeniable. The reckoning has begun, and soon, the true cost of Hollywood's darkest secrets will be revealed.